Coptic blood is not cheap. This program, we started it some years ago when our beloved late Pope Shenouda said this sentence after one of the massacres that occurred. I wished that this program is not to be repeated, but it seems to me that God is allowing the church to go through more and more of Coptic blood being shed for the faith to be spread. Because every time a Coptic blood is shed, more seeds are thrown and the soil is being fed, and more Christians come and others knew that our Lord is the true Lord. Otherwise, why would the devil be so angry at the church and her children to fight that bad? In Revelation 12:17, St. John wrote, "And the dragon was enraged with the woman, and he went to make war with the rest of her offspring, who keep the commandment of God and have the testimony of Jesus Christ." Most of the fathers agreed that the woman here is the church. And the devil, who is the dragon, is enraged and went to make war with her children, the offsprings, who have two things: keep the commandment and have the testimony of Jesus Christ. And for the last few months and the last few years, our church, like a mother, have offered to her groom, our Lord Jesus Christ, the best gift, martyrdom. Our church is the mother of martyrdom. The Coptic Church had offered amount of martyrs and volumes of blood equal to the martyrs of the whole world if placed together. It's only a day ago, when I'm recording now, that we heard that just a bus taking women, children, and some men visiting St. Samuel the Confessor Monastery in Menia, when two convoys of militants stopped them, and under automatic guns they shot every single one of them point blank. There were some claim, which I cannot be 100% sure of its authenticity, and injured Christians claimed that they brought the children and they asked them, "Do you want to convert to Islam?" And they said no. And the men were shot first, then the children, then the moms. I can't imagine how was the feeling during being shot. I don't think there is any camera in the world who have described it. But I'm sure the angels were looking at amazement. How brave those children were. How brave these mothers were. There was even following them another car carrying simple workmen who supposed to be working in the monastery, and they stopped them and did the same with them. It reminds me with the workers who were shot point blank in Libya by ISIS. It seems those people are very hungry for Coptic blood, and we cannot give them enough. Our church is so rich with the Coptic blood. Our Lord gave his blood on the cross, and when he did, we saw in Revelations a lamb standing but slain, dripping his blood, because his body is the church, and the church is still dripping blood. As our Lord offered himself to the church, his bride, is offering the best to her groom. But I want to be 100% sure. Our fight here is not with men who are carrying guns. Is not with ISIS. Is not with Muslims or Islam or extremists. We actually strangely love them. I remember the last time I sent a message to the killers, whether in Libya or in Tanta. I told them, thank you because you are making our faith stronger. You made the stories of St. George, Abanub, and Menia not just a movie, but rather a lively story. Those were movies and there were not even enough pictures about them. But today, thanks to the murderers, we see the real St. George, Menia, and Abanub in every father, in every woman, and in every child now being martyred. And today, we are thankful. St. Paul wrote in Ephesians a very important verse that for Christians, they need to be aware not to lose their love and don't ever hate those who persecute us. In Ephesians 6:12, St. Paul wrote, "For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places." We are not fighting men with guns. Our fight is with the devil. Those men, we feel bad for them because their hatred to humanity had killed their humanity. And their worship to a God who is thirsty for blood had made them become animals, willing to drink from the blood of children and women. But for our church, thank you for them, because we are being enriched and we become so strong in our faith. Do you know how many atheists from amongst the Christians are now coming to church thanks to those killers? Do you know how many sins amongst the youth are being dropped easier because of issues like that? When they see that martyrdom is getting closer, they say, how long I'm going to stay ensnared within a sin? So for all of us, congratulations. More crowns are being placed on our Coptic Orthodox Church. For all of us, congratulations. We have many, many more martyrs. 21st new martyrs. All of them are like pearls in our crown of our Mother Church. And all are now praying even more. Now we look forward to meet them in heaven. And we are very encouraged with their faith, their blood, and their prayers. And for all of us, let us keep the two things: testimony of Jesus Christ and the commandment. The dragon may be enraged, but we will continue pressing upon, because our citizenship is in the kingdom of heaven, not on earth. This is Coptic Blood is not cheap. God bless and thank you.